guys, what's going on? We got a lot of content coming soon. Like and subscribe. I appreciate the love. Also, keep your eyes out. We got some merch dropping soon. Just got a bunch of fun stuff coming up. Fight announcement. Stay tuned for the X. I'll break it right here. I'm fighting Brandon Davis again, rematch. Him and I fought in my UFC debut 6 years ago. He beat me by second round choke. We're rematching this time for the game bred bare knuckle World Bantamweight Championship. Him and I are running it, 135 rematch. Keep your eyes peeled for that. The date dropping soon, but I got that for you right now. So we saw just yesterday, there's a new rule change in MMA, which I think is a long time coming. It's about time. Gone are the days of illegal 12-6 elbows. So before, you could only throw elbows like this, here, spinning. It cannot come top to bottom, right? So that can be used in a couple different ways. If I'm mounted on an opponent and I'm here, I can't, or prior to yesterday, I can't come down and elbow like this. I would have to elbow at some sort of angle. Right now, so you saw Jon Jones, the only blemish on his record is when he did this to Matt Hamill about 15 years ago. He had him on full mount, and he came right down on Matt Hamill, and they DQ'd him for that, and that was his first loss. So that is no longer a thing. You are now allowed to do a 12-6 elbow. So a 12-6 elbow, right? You have a clock, right? 12 o'clock's at the top, 6 o'clock's at the bottom. So the elbow prior to yesterday could not travel downward. Now, that's no longer a thing. As of November 1st, those 12-6 elbows will be legal. We'll be allowed to do them. So that's a new rule under the unified rules of MMA. The UFC, that's not a UFC rule, right? That's going to be a rule for any commission or any promotion that adopts the unified rules of MMA. That's pretty much every commission in the United States, with exception to a couple of them. So that's a beautiful thing. So as of November 1st, like I said, you're going to see 12-6 elbows. Another way that I can throw a 12-6 elbow, you see this a lot in high-level Muay Thai fights, right? I can also use the 12-6 elbow standing up. I can hop forward here, and I can chop right down. You see a lot of nasty knockouts like that. You can smash up someone's collarbone. You can break their nose. It's a money shot. I love it. I expect to be using it. I'm definitely going to be trying to use it and be practicing much more. That's rule change number 1. Rule change number 2, it's about fucking time this one got changed, right? Too many times you're seeing these guys mess around with the bottom, with what a down opponent is, right? So you've seen this, right? Guys get in a takedown, right, or something like that, and they're playing this game where they're touching and going, down opponent, not down opponent, down opponent, not down opponent, right? So before, this was considered a downed opponent. This is no longer considered a downed opponent, nor is this, right? So now, under the rules, the literature of the rules, you need to have something else besides your hands and your feet. So, for example, I can have a foot and a knee. This is a downed opponent, right? I have another point of contact. This is a downed opponent. This is a downed opponent. This is a downed opponent. This is not a downed opponent. So, like I said, you used to see a lot of guys playing this dumb bullshit game where you're trying to bait an illegal shot, bait a cheap shot, and get some sort of penalty or disqualification to get a break or whatever it is. It's about time. That one's changed. So those 2 rules are now going to be in effect. They got signed yesterday. November 1st, they're going to be put into action. So come November 1st, any promotion, any commission that uses the unified rules of MMA will be allowed 12-6 elbows, and the downed opponent literature has changed. So no bait and bullshit games, nothing like that. It's a beautiful thing in MMA. I don't think that Jon Jones' record is going to be able to get overturned. There's a lot of talk about that online. I believe that he's probably going to appeal that. Me personally, I think that's bullshit. I think that's unfair. At the time that they fought 15 years ago, that was a legal or an illegal shot. You can't go back and change the result of a fight when you're abiding by rules and change. They fought under a particular rule set that's no longer in effect now. I don't think that matters. That should not change the outcome of the fight, whatever. So like I said, December 1st or November 1st, any promotion or commission that uses the unified rules of MMA will be allowed 12-6 elbows, and the wording of a downed opponent has changed. I appreciate the love. Like I said, like and subscribe. We got fun fight news. You're looking at the first ever game bred bare knuckle MMA bantamweight champ. We got some merch dropping soon. Stay tuned. Like and subscribe. I appreciate the love. Let's go.